Hello everyone, my name is Allison, and I'm all dressed up today to tell you about something very important, and that is voting. I know, you're sick and tired of hearing about politics and the campaigns and the elections. Truth be told, so am I. But this year there are a lot of people pulling out all the stops and encouraging everyone to vote. And the way I see it, if you're going to spend your time looking at a cross-dresser wearing a sparkly dress, I'm going to find a way to make it count. Now, depending on where you live, there are a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to registering to vote and actually voting. Rather than go state by state in this video, I'll tell you about how we do it here in the Badger State, Wisconsin. Before I go any further, please don't misconstrue this as the be-all and end-all when it comes to information about how to vote. So take a look at the links down below to get more detailed information. Here in Wisconsin, the first thing you need to do is register to vote, or at least make sure you're registered to vote. Now, if you're a first-time voter here in Wisconsin, and if you're registering online, the deadline to do that is Wednesday, October 14th. If you're doing it through the mail, your registration form must be postmarked on or before October 14th. That's a day that's coming up really quick, so hop to it. Now, if you miss any of those days and you want to vote in person, don't worry, because here in Wisconsin, you can actually register to vote at the polling place on Election Day. Just remember to present your photo identification when doing so. Now, if you've already registered to vote and you want to make sure your registration is up to date and accurate, you can go online to myvote.wi.gov. That's the link right below. While you're there, you can also learn about what's on your ballot in your area, as well as where you can actually vote if you're voting on Election Day. The next thing to talk about is absentee voting. If you're already a registered voter here in Wisconsin in September, by now you probably received an application for an absentee ballot. If you want to go that route, by all means, fill it out and send it in, but make sure you do so no later than October 29th. Once you receive that absentee ballot, make sure you fill it out completely, all your preferences, but also make sure you sign and date the return envelope. As well, make sure you have a witness sign and write down their address. Think of it as verification of who you are. Here in Wisconsin, we also have early voting. That is voting in person before Election Day. Depending on where you live, you'll vote at the county clerk's office or whatever office they designate. And depending on where you live as well, you'll get to do so between October 20th and November 1st. Again, dates may vary depending on location. But if you want to vote in person on Election Day, well, that's your prerogative. Know that polling places throughout the state of Wisconsin on Election Day open at 7 o'clock sharp, and they close at 8 p.m. And depending on where you live, if you're in line at 8 p.m., you'll still get to vote. Of course, there's one other thing I should tell you about, and that is, oh yeah, that's right, actually voting. No matter how you're voting this year, either in person or absentee, once you have that ballot, make sure you review the entire ballot, front and back. Sometimes there are questions in back that can be easily missed. When you're filling out your ballot, you can only use black ink or blue. No, you can't use that pink highlighter that's in your purse. Okay, I'll vote for him, and I'll vote for him, and I'll vote for her even though she's running unopposed. But I am definitely not going to vote for him. Now at this point you're wondering, gee Allison, have you voted already? Well, as a matter of fact, I have. Once I received my absentee application in the mail in September, I immediately filled it out and sent it in. And then a few days later I got my ballot. I filled that out right away because I already know who I wanted to vote for. Then had my witness sign it. I signed it, of course. And rather than send the completed ballot through the mail, I dropped it off at one of several Democracy in the Park events here in the Madison area at the end of September. So now my ballot is in the county clerk's hands. So if you have voted already, as I have, thank you and congratulations. Make sure you're encouraging everyone you know to vote as well. If you have not voted already, well, now you know how to do so, at least here in Wisconsin. So please vote, because you may be able to make the next 4 years a heck of a lot better than the last 4 years have been. Thanks for watching, and remember to vote.